Welcome to the Besties Podcast on Besties Radio. Welcome back to another episode of our Besties Podcast. We have Simply Naima. We have Mr. Irvin of Go Beautiful. And we have the guest of honor, Mr. Dave Miller. So we're going to just jump right into it. We're going to start with the intro. So, Dave, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your business and how you got started.
I'm Dave Miller. I do a couple things. I have a clothing line. Clothing line has been going for about 4 years now. We do a little bit of work in the community. We sponsor young kids, who are heavily involved in sports. We adopted a team called the Alany Eagles of Alany. They're our first team we adopt, so we take care of them. They have they have the tournaments and things. We make sure that the families, get down to Virginia, down Florida, make sure they get there safe and put a little money in their pocket, so they can have fun down there. We just started a water company. Water, that's the baby right now. We just started Good Water. We started it, believe it or not, at the beginning of the pandemic. And the water's been going. It's a good look. You guys are interested, it's phillygoodwater.com. The proof is in the name. I promise you won't be disappointed. Like you're asking me, it's a lot going on. I'm about to be an author. I have a cookbook about to drop. We actually were looking at covers today. I have a cookbook about to come out where we're basically focusing on vegan, pescatarian, and vegetarian dishes. So
Stop playing. Stop playing with me, Dave. Stop playing.
It's more, but we'll get to that later. But that's where we are. I'm gonna just start with that. But that's where we at right there.
Okay. So, our topic is serial entrepreneurship. So we usually ask, how do you manage running successful businesses, taking care of family, and still making time for yourself? Like, how do you manage all those different things that you're doing?
I have no idea.
A lot. Like, if you don't know, like, I'm sitting here writing down everything, and I'm just like, what? Like, you still do that and like have a life? It's only 24 hours in a day, like, and you're.
I don't have a life.
But you don't
All
have
I do is work. All I do is work. I don't know how I manage it. Believe it or not, it's God. Like, without God, I have no idea how. It is only 24 hours in a day. I wish it was 48. But God give me these ideas, and I just put my foot on the gas and I just go. So
yes,
I let him figure the time part out. That ain't my job. I'm just supposed to do what's in front of me.
Yes.
Okay. And are you still working a full-time job, or are these just your days? This is what you do?
I work odd hours. I work 9 at night to 5 in the morning. However, I'm on my way out the door. We should be cut down on my hours at work. So I'm putting one foot in the water right now. I'm treading, not lightly, but I'm treading. I'm believing God with this thing that's going on. But God willing, a full-time job won't be here no more. So it's down to a part-time now. But I can tell my days are numbered. It's numbered.
Okay. And so are you saying that you came up with the ideas for these businesses? Like, you feel like God is the one who gave you the idea, or did you see a need in the community, or like, how did you come up with the idea?
The clothing line, I feel as though God gives me everything. He puts the ideas in your head. However, the clothing line came about. Me and my daughter were having a conversation years back, about 5 years ago, and she wanted to get a sewing machine. She's real self-taught, and she wanted to go on YouTube and teach herself how to make like clothes for her dolls and bears, things of that nature. And the light bulb kind of went off. I was at a point in my life where I've tried like everything, and I didn't know what other direction to go into. And when she said that, the light bulb came on, and I'm like, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to do a lot of things where I've made money over the course of my life. Some good, some bad. But, I felt as though, I made changes in my life, and it was time to use my powers for good. And when we came up with the clothing line, it just hit, That's how that came about. With the water was more so a need. When the pandemic happened, I was in the market and I was talking to my business partner, and we were really just I was looking at the shelves, and I was looking at all the things that were missing. It was water, it was soap, it was chips, it was bread, it was cleaning supplies, it was hand sanitizer. And I'm like, God forbid this ever happen again. you know, we need, me and my family, like we need a business that's essential. I mean, the pandemic was serious and it hit us all by storm. And I was like, damn, I wish that I had water then when the pandemic hit, because I definitely wouldn't be in my job now. But I realized it was a need for it. So, and, you know, we haven't heard, I mean, I'm sure it is someone, but we haven't heard of too many, you know, people of color, you know, that come from West Philly that started a water company. So,
Right.
trying to do something new. God put the idea right. God put the idea in our head. And we kept that bill moving and we started rolling.
Yeah, that's awesome. We talked about finding a need and filling a need, and that's how you create a successful business. And we also talked about just, you know, creating a business in and of itself. Like, do you have a lot of people in our group, our besties group, some are doing well, some are struggling, and part of it, I guess, is just the motivation to keep going. Starting a business during a pandemic, some would be fearful of taking that leap. How did you find the courage to do it, even though you saw the need? Like, did you think that people would support you? Were you looking to friends and family, or did you do something else?
I didn't think that the support was really going to be an issue. You know, like I said, I've had many walks of life. I'm 38 and I've done a lot of things in my life. And, you know, through the course of my life, I didn't realize it then. I realized it now that, you know, God was allowing me to brand myself 20 years ago before I even knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. You know, when I was doing other things, you know, when I used to play sports a little bit, you know, when I was on the party scene like that, you know, I had ventures that weren't successful, but that was part of God molding me together to make me who I am now. So the support thing, you know, it really wasn't an issue. And like I said, like, you know, God gives you these ideas, like he put them in your head. And, you know, I understand the fair part, but if he put them in your head, who else not to, you know, put our foot on the gas? Like, you got to go at it.
Right. And I love the clothing line. You have one of my favorite hoodies. I probably need to buy a couple more because I want to wear every day. And I love the name, Peace and Love, you know, just promoting positivity.
Right.
So we're going to do a segment that Naima started.
Okay.
She wants to do we're going to nominate a male and a female each week to just highlight and just give them recognition for the work that they're doing. Just let them know that we noticed them. So go ahead, Nai.
You know what?
Wait,
But before I do that, I really just wanted to take an opportunity to just like acknowledge your journey, Dave, because like I'm sitting here listening, and pretty much a lot of the stuff you're saying I know is resonating with a lot of our, you know, our viewers and our listeners, because we all often like hear our ancestors and the creator speak to us, but we allow that fear, you know, to stifle us. And you're at a position where now you're getting ready to donate. My husband always says this: donate your job back to the community, back to the world.
They can have that job.
They can have that job back. You know, if you're doing the meaningful, passion, you know, purposeful, you know, passion-filled work that, you know, that's for you and your legacy. You know, shout out to the dads. I'm involved in a lot of organizations that are all about male empowerment, and I salute the dads, and that what you're doing with your daughter, I applaud you for that too as well.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, so good water, everybody. We're gonna get that good water. But now to our woman crush every day for this week. So like Khadija said, I wanted to just recognize a male and a female for the week that, you know, we feel like are really out there doing the darn thing, because oftentimes our work that we do, it goes unrecognized. So, you know, at least besties and businesses will make sure that we acknowledge you and we see you. So for this week, we have Crystal Irvin, our boss mom, beauty queen with a W. And
oh my God,
Crystal is amazing. She supports all things Black business. She is amazing. She is the CEO of beautiful handmade vegan skincare line. I have Crystal products in my scalp and on my skin. So ensure that you get yourself some beautiful skincare products from Go Beautiful 2 L's. Thank you.
Okay, Crystal. And Crystal, I want you to know that my mom sent me a message like, I think you should nominate Crystal. She's always so supportive. She's always in the group. So we love you, Crystal. We want to give you a shout out. It took me a long time.
Y'all make me cry.
Website is at the bottom. And that's why my skin is always, you know, popping. My melanin is, you know, flawless. People always compliment me, and I send them to you. All right, so
And for our MCM, which again it's Saturday, but who cares? This week's Man Crush Monday is Adam McNeil. Adam is a boss, organizer, and advocate for not just men, women. I'm always impressed, and I feel super appreciative when brothers recognize that this is a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman or a girl. And what Adam did was provided a platform for women supporting single moms, treating trauma. He does baby showers, get wipes for the kids, clothes for the kids. So we salute you, Adam. And you can check him out on Facebook. His Facebook page is Sister Talk, SISTATALK. Had a chance to listen to Adam on another platform. And when Naisha nominated Adam. Shout out to Naisha. She's doing big things in the city, West Philly, born and raised as well. Look her up, Google her if you don't know Naisha Kennedy. Get to know her. Okay, that's my little sis. She decided that she wanted to nominate Adam. I definitely second it. So, we recognize our men and our women that are out here doing multiple things, doing great things, and still making sure that they're giving back to the community, because that's exactly what we're all about, getting ahead but pulling the next person forward. So those are
That's awesome.
the Man Crush Mondays for the week. Nominate. You can us if you want to nominate somebody. Send us a comment or what have you. Just give us a little bio what you want them nominated for, and we'll definitely make sure that we give them a shout out when we have our show.
Okay, and I just want to let everybody know that Dave's information is scrolling across the bottom. So go buy your shirts and your water. And I wanted to ask you something, and it just slipped my mind.
Your sports team.
I did forget to mention. We just dropped our glasses line the other day as well. So these are actually the first frames that are from the glasses. We have a 9-piece collection. And they're also available on the website, www.peaceandloveattire.
Nice.
And I love that your businesses are different. Like we're seeing, this is something else we were talking about, Crystal. Everybody is doing the same thing instead of collaborating and putting their heads together and figuring out how they can work together on businesses instead of creating the same thing. Like everybody doesn't have to sell those same. What was it? The jumpsuits you were saying, Crystal? The type,
right? Yeah,
like,
the spandex one-piece jumpsuit.
Like everybody can work together and do something different.
Right.
I have a question for Dave.
What's up?
Or do you find that in the community that when it comes to collaboration, have you been approached about collaborating with another business, or have you approached another business about collaborating?
Right. I have been approached. I think that we don't collab as much as we should. Excuse me. We don't collab as much as we should. I think.
Why do you think that is? Because I have my own understanding as to why we don't collaborate as much. But why do you think we don't collaborate as much as we should?
For some odd reason, I think that we think it's a competition out here, and it's not. Like we're really all on the same team. You mean like I know with my clothing line, that was solely me. But with everything else that I've done, it's not me alone. I do it with someone else.
Right.
My thing, I'm really big on, we're stronger in numbers. We all know that saying. But my thing is like, it's enough money out here for everybody. And I had to learn, I was guilty of it in the beginning with the clothing line because I know I needed help in areas, but I was too prideful to ask people for help. We all got this mentality where, we want to be a boss and we think being a boss, you can do everything. But being a boss is understanding that you can't do everything. Like I have people on my team, on different teams who are smarter than me. I have people on my team who do things better than I do, but you got to collab. If you want to win, you got to collab. Like none of us can be a one-man band. It ain't going to happen like that.
Right. And do you see your glasses line like collaborating with someone who makes wigs or hairstylists because they're doing hair and the first thing they pull to is the face and then they have your frames?
I mean, as long as the unit looks good, we can make something happen.
See, Dave. Now that's how fights start. I think people, for me, what I say earlier, I don't think people know how to collab. Right. They think that, like you said, you hit the nail on the head when you said that they think it's a competition.
Right.
It's not a competition when we're collaborating. I'm bringing my piece, you're bringing your piece together. But
Right.
so you're bringing your people, I'm bringing my people, whoever how our audience is, and they're seeing both of our items, both of what we have. And I think that's really good that you said you adopted a football team, Only Eagles.
Right.
Because my daughter's cheer.
Okay.
And we were looking for a lot of like someone to, I reached out to small businesses to support us, to collaborate with us, that, their logo, their whatever, their business will be on our t-shirts, on our programs and everything like that. And I think the cheer manager, she partnered with some other, a couple of companies, but I think that the Good Water that you have is excellent, especially to collab with people who are not only just sports team, but people working out. Everybody fat now. They need to lose some weight. I'm sipping my detox tea right now. And Good Water would be good to make this tea. I'm just saying. So
Absolutely.
I think it's just and then with you coming out with the cookbook, the vegan cookbook, when I said, oh my God, stop playing with me, Dave, because the water and the vegan cookbook, because if you're putting good things in your body,
absolutely,
right, you need to nourish your body with good things,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
And then my skincare is vegan on the outside, so we got this all together, Dave.
We got it all put together. It's all set up the way it's supposed to be set up.
And that's that's one of the most things we always say, right? Like expand your network, sis. And when you expand your network, you find all of these opportunities to do exactly what Crystal was talking about, like collaborate. Oftentimes, like I know a couple people who are minority-owned businesses, and they might have like their own beer brand or whatever, water brand. And anytime, if I'm at an herb store, I'm like seeing what they got in the store. I'm like, for instance, Good Water. I'm partner with Dave. I can set up a meeting. You got to get with your gym, okay? Like we coming in Planet Fitness, we want some good water, So I'm always trying to figure out ways to put somebody on, even behind the scenes, So this is what Bestie is about, trying to establish a network of small business professionals that's trying to collaborate, come together, and understand the importance of doing that, because, in addition to voting and all of that other wonderful stuff, demonstrating that we're doing, is so much power in our Black buying dollar. And when we're collaborating and spending our dollars with each other, that's just as powerful, or if not even more powerful than some of these other political things that we're doing. So, Crystal, you hit the nail on the head. Like, they're fighting against each other. That's what other folks don't do.
They don't.
We do. And this is why like we're always in that rat race. So it's time for us to come together. I'm excited about it. I'm looking for that storefront with the water and the food and the cookbook and the skincare and and the product, the detox products and the CBD. I'm excited about it. I see it. That's the vision.
I like it. To the show that we had when we talked about Black excellence, kind of like what Dave hinted to when he was like, as long as the unit looks good. Because you can't collab with everybody. What we're learning since we started Besties, we've ordered products or we've tried to promote businesses, and their level of service wasn't what our level of service was. And then when you try to help them, it may be pride, or they just feel like they know it all. So it's a struggle, and I know it happens a lot in our community, but I'm not giving up on our people. We just have to find our tribe. The people who believe like we believe and understand that it's group economics that is going to help us. It doesn't really matter who's in the White House. At the end of the day,
it really don't.
You create your own lane, you create your own legacy, and you do it from the muscle, hard work.
And also understanding the difference between hustling and business.
True.
Okay. True, hustling can be your business, but I feel like with the people that I have, and I said this earlier today, I'm going to use some people that I have interacted with when I approached them about their business and them being in business, when really they were just hustling.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't think everything through, like, okay, like, what's your five? Like, where we're going after this? When you get your profit, what are you doing? It's like, I ain't got time to think about that. So, okay, if you don't have time to think about that, then this is not business. This is hustling. And trust me, I done sold barbecue cornflakes. I know how to hustle. I know what it is. But if you want this sustainable business, when you want people to come back and you want people to you want people to buy from you, and you want them to tell their mama, their auntie, their cousin, everybody about your business to bring you more business. That is business. That's not hustling. Everybody got a hustle man. Open up your jacket. You got watches. You got chicken. You got turkey legs. You know, you got a hookup at the water company.
Medium.
Hey, Khadijah. Hey, Khadijah. You got a hookup at the gas company. You know, that's hustling. And I think that when you say, when we're talking, they get really sensitive when you say, are you sure you want to be in business?
Right.
And you don't want to be hustling? Then they think you're
criticism,
hating.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you could call me a hater. Put some lemon and sugar on the side with my hateration, because that's what I'm bringing.
Right. The criticism is sometimes hard to hear, you know, and that's why, like with Dave, when you were talking about, it's people that's on your team that are smarter than you. Like,
Right.
you're like not always right. Like this, being your own boss, an entrepreneur, particularly a serial entrepreneur, is a freaking humbling behind ass experience. You know, it's like you really you get real humble, real fast.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and try to give pause to certain stuff and really sit back and rethink a lot of stuff. And I just appreciate all of those moments. And I think that we try to be transparent in them and show people that we have had some success, but we're flawed as well. So we're all
Right.
trying to learn. So when we have an opportunity to connect with somebody that can give us some information that's going to help us structure our business, improve our customer service, XYZ, we're trying to connect the network to it, show up, take
Right.
criticism, apply the information so that you can
Right.
become a better brand, have a better business, or whatever the case may be. It's not hate and boo. Like, we're here to help you succeed.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. And I have
I
to
mean,
tell the
with that-
difference between criticism too. Like if I'm when you're criticizing someone, they're offering a solution. So also learn the difference. If I'm
Right.
criticizing you or giving you constructive criticism comes with an application and direction.
Mhm.
Just plain out criticism comes with
Right.
you doing it wrong. I don't like it. It comes with
Right.
nothing. So also learn that difference too.
Right. I take it. I mean, but you also, I mean, for us, you have to be willing to accept the criticism. You know, we often take criticism. I mean, you know, what you said earlier, we take the criticism as hate.
Right.
You know, as a business owner, you got to understand, like, you don't know everything. Like, at the end of the day, you know, we all still learning on the job.
Yeah.
You know, I look on social media and I kind of laugh at, you know, how the customers are so hard on like new entrepreneurs. And I get it. You know, you as a customer, you do want amazing customer service. But, you know, being an entrepreneur is learning on the gig. Like, you get thrown in the fire. You mean, so you got to go into the game understanding that you don't know everything. Understand you're going to make some mistakes. And you got to understand that when that criticism comes, you have to be willing to take that. That's the only way that you're going to get better. That's the only way your brand is going to succeed.
Right. And
And I
people
wanna
criticize
point out
Walmart
that
every day.
our guests are always so humble when we have them on. They never want to say, oh, you know, all the accomplishments that they've made. So, I mean, you know, you do work in the community.
Right.
I've seen videos of you on, you know, talk shows. Like
Right.
you out here doing the thing. So just tell us about
A little bit.
what the work you do in the community. You know, you don't have to be humble. We want to hear it. We want to encourage. We want to motivate other people and let them know, listen, this could be you too.
Yeah, brag. We brag different over here. Let's go.
So what we did last year, unfortunately we couldn't do it this year because of the pandemic. But I was at a point where I wanted to grow my brand, and I kind of didn't know what direction to go in, but I know I was ready to grow, and I linked up with the lady by the name of Jay Crabb. She has a agency called Dope. I think it's Doing Our Part Eclectically or something like that. But they feed the homeless, and her and I had to sit down and we came up with this idea called High Five with Dads, where we got, you know, men of color. First day of school, we went to the school, just high-fiving the kids, you know, and just encouraging the kids. And we were just doing it because, you know, people on my team that were part of that, we all come from humble beginnings. So we all kind of knew what it was like, you know, the first day of school, not being prepared, you know, not being motivated, not having the lay that you might want, not having the sneakers you might want. And we know the anxiety that comes with that. So we wanted to go into the schoolyards and just try to be a sense of peace and a sense of love for these kids. And, you know, somebody took a video and it was this one kid, he was struggling and, you know, he was crying or whatever because he was new to the neighborhood, new to the school. And, you know, we cheered him up. He started smiling and somebody took this video and they added it on Twitter to 97.5, the Fanatic radio station. And that joint just skyrocketed. I think that joint got like over 80 million hits.
Wow.
And, you know, we had the pleasure of being on the Kelly Clarkson show. We got the pleasure of, we were on local news. We're on local news all over the country. We were on opportunity to do Inside Edition. Believe it or not, we had a call with Ellen's producers However, it couldn't go through because I believe Kelly Clarkson, she had got the show first. She got the clip first, and it was her show. It just came out. So I guess Ellen versus Kelly. She couldn't take the story after Kelly, but we definitely had the opportunity to potentially be on there. But that was all cool, but it wasn't for that. It was really just to be figures in the community, just to show these kids that it's people that look like them that's about something. It's people that look just like them that's brown, that just ain't on the corners, hustling and selling drugs and doing drugs and doing whatever. So that's really what it was, just trying to show these kids, give these kids a sense of motivation. We all tell the kids, they can be whatever they want to be. But with that being said, we got to set examples so they can see what they want to be. We have to give them positive examples of things that they could be. And, that's all we was really trying to do. Just trying to be motivation to the kids in the community, in the schools.
Wow, that's awesome. Part of our mission is, we want to help business owners make money so they can put the money back into the community however they see fit. If they want to do something like what you're doing, if they want to do book bag drives or whatever it is that they want to do. So that's awesome. And I thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate y'all having me.
So the websites are phillygoodwater.com.
Absolutely.
peaceandloveattire.com. And how can they find your glasses?
The glasses are actually on the clothing website, peaceandloveattire.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can we order for the Philly Good Water? Can we order them by cases? Because I had 15 cases delivered the other day. So
absolutely. Where are you located?
North Philly. North.
You can absolutely have 15 cases delivered to North Philly. You can put that through on the website, or you can find me on Facebook and hit me directly, and I can make that happen.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks again for being a guest. Thank you for joining us. Oh, she's back. Now you want to do the rap? I was trying to do it. I can't do it like you now.
No, listen, you say that and I don't do anything great. All I do is say thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't acknowledge the fact that you actually did the rap in the beginning. Like I didn't even talk about it.
I didn't hear it. Did they hear it?
I didn't hear it.
No,
they didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Oh my goodness.
We
rap.
I didn't hear no rap.
I didn't hear it.
We do everything. We rap. We do hair. We cook, businesses, we women, we pray, we sing, we just do so much. But today we just want to thank Dave for joining us.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
You gotta tell them to join Besties. It's $1. It's $1. If everybody pays $1, it's 1,000 plus people in the group. We can put that money back into your business. It's not gonna be $1.
Yes, for long. So join today.
Say less.
Besties.com. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right.